Here to help us all is psychologist Suzy Green. Hi, Suzy.
I welcome psychologist Dr. Suzy Green. Hello, Dr. Suzy.
Take a leaf out of Angie's book and regain some sexy self-esteem. Clinical and coaching psychologist Dr. Suzy Green joins us now with some expert advice for us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Suzy, so many of us experience anxiety, don't we, over the way we look, which at times results in low self-esteem.
That's right.
What's the link between the two?
Yeah, it's a really interesting association, I think, because if you're feeling good about yourself generally, you tend to take care of yourself. So you have a healthy diet, you exercise, you present a wonderful self to the world, if you like. Whereas if you're not feeling so good about yourself, it can become a bit of a vicious cycle.
Suzy, it seems as though everyone says they're busy. No one admits to having a chilled out day at all.
Definitely.
You're made to feel guilty.
Stressed, busy.
I don't know anyone that's not busy these days. So I think there's a lot of over-scheduling that happens, not just for ourselves, but for our children. And I think, that can lead to a lot of stress and a general feeling of being overwhelmed a lot of the time.
Now, there's also the cleaning, the washing, the ironing. How can you cut back on housework?
Never ending, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think, again, planning, having a plan, breaking down perhaps a spring clean into some small manageable chunks and doing one room each day of the week. And also, if you are going to order home delivery or takeaway, order an extra meal and freeze it so that it's always there for those nights you don't feel like doing it.
So, have nasty celebs finally lost their appeal? And if you want to turn the tables on them, how do you get your wish?
Suzy, these celebrities come out though and apologise publicly. Are we more likely to forgive them if we see there is some genuine remorse? And I use the word genuine.
Definitely, and I think that's the key word. And as Australians, we have very sensitive inbuilt inauthenticity detectors, if you like, so we do know if it's genuine or not, and I think that's the key to it.
Do we need to look at ourselves though? We might say this is horrible, but did you hear this is what happened? Do we need to look at ourselves as well?
Yeah, I think so. Schools are focusing a lot on anti-bullying policies, and I think if we can't role model that in the community, how can we ask our children to do that?
Okay. We all know that divorce can be pretty painful. Definitely. How hard is it to pick yourself up emotionally?
Yeah, look, I think it's extremely hard, and I think probably the first year is the toughest. It gets easier after that, but there's, as you said, a lot of very strong, painful emotions, often which people avoid, through going out, alcohol, any sort of method to avoid experiencing those emotions, when in fact you really do need to deal with them to move ahead.
Because emotionally it is traumatic.
Yes.
And particularly dealing with friends and relatives.
Definitely.
What's a realistic time frame?
Look, some people say it can take up to 5 years to actually, redesign a new life and come to terms with it. So I think number one is accepting that it is going to take time. But number two, yes, surround yourself with supportive family and friends, but they can't be your therapist. And it's every, penny invested in some good therapy can really benefit you through that process.
What are the dangerous foods? Because I suppose you can do this with healthy... I mean, you can always go and grab a carrot or an apple, but what are the dangerous ones?
People typically don't go overboard with a bowl of carrots.
No.
So, typically those high sugar foods, high fat foods like cakes, sugary donuts that give us an instant hit, an immediate boost to our mood. Some really interesting research showing that people that have more positive emotions in their life tend to... It's a buffer against negative emotions. So spend time with the people you love, doing the things you love. You're less likely to turn to food to meet your emotional needs.
Here to explain the rise of the cougar woman is Dr. Suzy Green from Women's Health magazine.
Good morning.
And self-proclaimed cougar Prue McSween. Hi, Prue.
Term though, isn't it? Like you're a predator.
Do you hate that term?
Yes, I loathe it. I'm not proclaiming myself as a cougar at all.
Even though you're wearing leopard skin this morning.
Yeah, I should.
Suzy, do you think Hollywood stars like Demi Moore, etc., there's a sort of glamour attached with dating a younger man?
Definitely. I think there is a level of glamorising, but I'd also say normalising. So they're making it okay for us mere mortals to also, date a younger man.
I'm happily married. Kylie says that I'm too old to be prey for a cougar, but if there was like a 90-year-old cougar out there who found me attractive, that would still be cougar, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, look, I can hear the chat room lighting up now, going,
no,
I'd have you as my toy boy.
Kylie, 95-year-olds don't know how to use the computer. Ladies, thank you very much.